Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We continue where we left off, building towards our commercial district of Rovedima. And I thought about the whole hooking up the town. One thing we don't need to do is I don't think we need to provide heating. Because they can heat themselves, which causes pollution, but I don't really mind. So heating is not a thing that we need to do. Water, sewage, electricity, school, kindergarten, these are the things we need to worry about that are outside of our commercial district. So those are the things we need to provide them with. But the other things like heating, heating basically, we don't need to do, which is nice. So we don't need to set up a heating plant, except for the commercial district, which will need some heating. And that heating plant can basically be on its way here with a parking lot, and hopefully it'll work. If it is as easy to set up as I think it is, then it'll be nice. Set it up far away enough from town where it can still hook up to the heat exchanger here. That'll be fine. And then maybe close enough to Rovedima where we don't need a heat pump station to have another pump station in the middle to provide heating for new buildings that we might build around or next to the town. We'll see. We were waiting to get the new construction office set up. It's going to be a custom one. It's mostly going to be some road construction offices plus whatever I can think of right now. And right now I can't think of anything except maybe that the oil refinery needs a lot of concrete. And we don't have any concrete storage here. But the distribution office from the rail construction office will start to bring resources over here over time. So we are going to build up some supply of steel, etc. once the distribution office gets to it. I do, however, as I said last time, need to make sure that we actually set those correctly and not set them for loading, but rather unloading, otherwise no one's going to drive here. And now vehicles should start moving towards them. And they do. And in the meantime we might get the other distribution set up to assist with deliveries. But yeah. We need some supply of resources here before we start switching over. I guess the aggregate like gravel can already be picked up from here if I wanted to, but I'll wait until the loading platform is actually set up so we can speed up that process. We have our oil storage tanks. We haven't built any of the pump jacks yet, but they should all be in range. Well, they will all be in range if I increase it to 2 kilometers. And they will start bringing resources to those construction sites. We'll start actually pumping some oil. And then we actually have a resource for export that hopefully stops the drain of money that we have. And if it does, then we know that we can go crazy with the last 2.5 million, because if we run out, then we know we export enough to sustain our construction efforts. If we scale back the construction efforts again after running wild. But yeah, for now, probably road construction to the customs house. I did build it, of course, that the double lane road is on this side, on the left side, and down here I want it on the right side. So at some point I need to switch it over. But that's for the future. Enable snapping. And now we're going to destroy all of these neat trees that somehow aligned themselves here. I don't know how that happened. That's still kind of funny. Probably going to make a temporary cut in this road to move onto the other side, and then we can line this up nicely. And yeah, we'll have to build a wind turbine for that fire station. Or I have to go around what I initially said. If it lets me. What the hell? That's weird. So, have a road here, and then go through here somewhere. But it needs to let me do that. It seems to have like trouble with the height of the power line, I guess. Yeah. I guess we'll tear down the substation, the switch, and move everything over a little bit. That will mean that the rail construction office would stop working, though. I don't know if that's ideal. Alternatively, I just destroy the helipad and move that one over. That one might actually be the easier thing to do. We'll just move the helipad instead. Then we'll fly the helicopter over, tear down the helipad, which I hope we can do, just tear down the helipad. Yes, we can. Okay. Then we don't need to destroy anything, we just need to cross over here into a different two-lane arrangement, and then kind of hook up to the other incoming road. Here. Make the corner different. Have a bypass dirt road for a short time and get all of these constructions done. Make this one very large construction site. Need one more car with workers to finish the construction office here. But the resources are starting to arrive. So steel we take from here, bricks, prefab and board from these ones. Mechanical and electronic components still from this one. Hello Cohen, welcome, greetings to you too. How does it go? How's it going? I'm still amazed how far away we are from the customs house. Things are going smoothly. Expected more problems, but was holding very well even during winter. Might be time to upgrade this road, so these ones prefer to drive over here rather than cleaning up this area. That's too short, that one needs some workers. That one is ready to finish construction, so also needs some workers. And then we have our distribution office, our construction office. And we can start thinking about constructing all of these roads. probably laying a dirt road over here to assist with that. Start the road construction around the oil refinery first. You should be able to finish this. 4 people. Road crane, 22 workdays left. Seems like you will. Unless someone has low productivity, but it looked like you were fine. And then we get our road construction equipment in place. Meaning you need a source for gravel, which we will assign as soon as the loading platform goes online. Asphalt, which will be the customs house unfortunately, until we get our oil production set up. And do you need anything else? I don't think so. I mean, at some point electronic components if we ever make fancy roads, but auto search will be disabled. I guess it will be enabled, but only for roads and footpaths. 3 kilometers. I want 2 pavers, 1 roller. Our road construction will be a yellow car. Yeah. Well, close to yellow. 2 road construction cars, sure. Don't want to micromanage that all the time. And I think 2 excavators, 3 open haul trucks, and 2 more excavators to fill the building out with, and then we'll see where that gets us. And they'll sort themselves out. Rail construction trains usually do. Alright. Did I assign the source of workers? I did not. So more personal vehicles heading towards the customs house. And yeah, I guess for now the aggregate source will be the storage itself. Same for you. We have some stored. That'll be good enough. Let's hook up this road if we can. We will be able to. You can't prevent me. And then our road construction office will realize all of these construction tasks over here and start building the road from there. And the snow is falling. Oil price went up. Shame we don't have any yet. But our construction offices should be getting close to being able to build those. Still need to bring some resources to these construction sites. We have some excavators on standby getting ready to drive there or be delivered there. So yeah. And at some point during this episode we are going to touch the customs house with our rail track, and then we can buy an EDK and everything will be well. Might not even sell the other rail construction vehicles quite yet. We'll see. Construction trains are getting a little bit confused. There are no signals in place yet, so I guess I can... If I start putting signals down, then this whole area becomes one rail block and everyone will be confused, so I should be able to do that, actually. Alright. So this is now all one rail block. But this intersection is large enough where we can have a lot of signals. So on entrance and on exit we have signals. Same here. These are not aligned the way I want them to, so we will redo that one. And then over here we will place them as soon as they build some rail tracks. But the other thing we can do is we can have intermediate signals here. Last time I used them, they caused confusion, so I'm gonna use them again to try and see if we can make it work. So what these ones are supposed to do is that, let's say a train is waiting here to go this way, and a train is coming along here, going through here and driving this way. As soon as the train going this way passes this signal with the tail end of the train, this signal block would turn free, so this train would start moving. Now I think that the game does that automatically, but that usually creates other issues for me, so I want to work with more signals, but the game sometimes doesn't want me to. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'll remove the inner signals again, but for now I'll leave them there. Our supply of rail construction workers is a little bit slow, unfortunately. It's okay. Yeah, resource supply looks okay. These construction offices have access to that. I can assign these construction offices to my general assignment tool and probably hook everything up. Because why not? Let's get busy. No problems here. And you are road construction waiting to do things. You are waiting for workers that are slowly trickling in. What about the last construction office here? That one has been built. So now you are going to stop auto searching. You are going to be a large construction office dedicated to the delivery of workers. And yes, we are going to supply 12 personal vehicles because no buses allowed. And assign you to our tool here. I do have a confused train here because this is, thank you, this is an unfinished rail construction project, so it needs to drive all the way back here to get back to the construction office. Thank you. This one should not be confused because it can go that way and then onto the other train to head back, but yes, that area doesn't have a way to cross over yet, so this should solve it. But it will also create a problem because they can't build this side of the train track until they can drive out of here. And the other train has moved now. Yeah, I think. Okay. Road construction is starting, which is good to see. I could use a line of personal vehicles to ferry like a lot of foreign workers up here, rather than using buses or anything, and then take from those bus stops instead. But we now have 20 personal vehicles going to the customs house to pick up workers, which is not ideal. Maybe I should download the mod that speeds up the large customs houses. It's ridiculous. It's quite crazy how long it takes for them to load, and not loading and unloading, but driving into the loading bays and doing that thing. Here, eventually, we have a train platform that allows us to deliver workers into this area with higher capacity, but I want to get this running with just workers from personal vehicles for like domestic supply, and then if we get more workers in there with a train, it will be fine as well. You are blocking. Well, I don't know where you want to go. You are blocking yourself because I should really put in signals here. This is blocking itself. This is going to interrupt the construction project, but so be it. Now we have this signaled up. For now. That should hopefully do its job. All are green. When one train moves out into here, the other train should be able to move here. No train is moving out because we have no workers. Because the more vehicles we put onto the customs house, the less workers we get into the rail construction office, because, well, the frequency is dropping. I might have to make an intermediate bus stop to get rid of that. Just shovel as many workers as I can onto the bus stop and hope someone picks them up before they stop being used. But because yes, we are now getting 4 workers in here. But will they actually get any work done before they run out of time? I don't think so. Take a long time to drive where they want to go. There's more workers. Alright. Using domestic workers would be quite nice. We need to offload some of this strain of the customs house to different areas. Because we are going to put more strain on that by delivering resources to this warehouse that is going to supply our shopping center. So hopefully we can do that by train relatively soon. Might actually be a bypass rail line going past the refueling point across the street into here. And for that we also need a train distribution office, and I'll have to build that somewhere. Thankfully we have a lot of space on this map. It's not very hilly, so I definitely do not feel any space constraints on that map at all. Which is a positive and a negative. The positive is that I can do whatever I want, but the negative is that, well, it's going to be a little bit more grid-like or blocky, I guess. I did like following the curves and contours of the terrain. So I tried to keep a little bit of that, but yeah, you see a lot more square roads. But hopefully it doesn't look too unnatural. The self-heating is not bad. I do think we lost more people, but the amount of workers is still the same. I think we had 14,200 something, and now it's 14,123. So 14,123. I guess that's an easy number to remember, to maybe look that up. But 10,970 workers is definitely the same as before. I don't know what's going on. Okay, now we're losing people as I'm mousing over this. 2 people just went away. I don't know. Something's going on. Looks like we are getting all resources delivered to our pump jacks. I think we shall use our large construction office worker delivery building now. All of these things built with that thing. That is actually not urgent, but it's fine. We have the money. That tree is dangerously close to the rail track. That could create an accident. We have to get rid of it somehow. Where is the... There it is. Okay, better. Less trees. Helipad has finished construction. Alright, okay, we can do that. Don't worry. We'll just swap. And then hopefully we can bulldoze the helipad without bulldozing the whole building. That doesn't work. Is there anything underneath here? There's a wire. It is defaulting to the wire. I'm a little bit worried. It didn't do that before. Oh, there we go. You bastard. You really landed on the... Oh my god. Alright, I guess we'll wait until the helicopter gets here, lands, and then we'll bulldoze it. Yeah, construction train waiting too long. Where? Here. It's green. Why aren't you moving? It's green. Where are you trying to go? Unfinished railroad. Yeah, that doesn't help me. And that one. And that one should be on this block. That one is currently red. Because there's no rail signal here, and there's a train on the middle of it. Because only one train can build here at one time. And we don't have enough workers to run the construction continuously, so that train is going to move back shortly. Presumably. And that train is also going to move back home. If no worker arrives here soon. There's a few, but okay, they made it. Oh no, that one's already moving. Anyway. Let's put some signals in here. Like that. Okay, I hope that one isn't moving back home. No, it's moving for the railroad. I thought it would have been triggered to move home as well as the other one. Thankfully it hasn't. Now what was I doing? I was moving helicopters because they were being annoying. So we need to move that one back now to free up the helipad. If the other one takes off and lands on the other helipad, I'm gonna be a little bit mad. Thankfully it doesn't. There's nothing underneath. And the helipad is gone, meaning that we can now build the road across here. Don't really need that road connection. Right now, we do have enough fuel in there. Plus it's a dirt road, so it's fine. We'll have that. And then we need to make a bypass road to temporarily separate these roads. This road is coming along here and wants to hook up into this road basically. So the bypass road would be out here into that. Cancel that. Add another junction here and here. And pause that construction. Now that we have the bypass road, we need to wait for this segment to be built. No, we don't. We can already bulldoze everything. It's fine. We can bulldoze until here and here. That's the road we want. Merge all of these construction sites. I has already done that. Good. And that's the double lane road we want, and we'll have to build it and live with the bypass dirt road for the remainder of the winter and start of summer. Shouldn't take too long, but who knows. We need to assign the source of workers for you, otherwise you're not doing anything. And that's going to clog up the customs house even more. Maybe I should send you to a different customs house. We don't have any road clearing services over there. How far are we along? Almost time for the EDK. Just maybe 50 more meters. How far is that? How far is that? 44. Not bad. Round it down to 40 or round it up to 50. The new helipad was connected to the fire station. Yes, it's working. And we do have a road connection here, in case it needs fuel. Our bypass road. Everything seems to be in order. You are not set to auto search, that is okay. But I did set you to build a bunch of things, which is okay. We do actually need to start pumping some oil out of the ground. It's going to fill the tank way before we actually finish the rail construction. I think I'm going to use the temporary bus stop as a workaround for the whole lots and lots of personal vehicles causing issues on the customs house. So for that we would need, I'm going to use the free bus stops. We're going to use 2 free bus stops. We are going to connect them over the road. So any worker that goes here can go to the other bus stop and vice versa. And then hook them up with a dirt road connection on either side. Then we'll make a route moving the people to the bus stop. And any construction office will have to take the workers from one of the two bus stops. So the large construction office for workers will take from here. We will also deliver the people mainly here, and any excess will walk here, and that will be available for the other buses. And they'll move back and forth until they get picked up, hopefully. And I can only use personal vehicles. It is so annoying. They all have capacity of 4. We'll get 4 more Trabants. And we'll set up a bus route going from here to this bus stop back and forth. And that will be the only vehicles going to the bus stop picking up workers. And we also have to do that for the road construction office. Temporary one right now. Okay. We'll wait until you're refueled and then you'll start your job. And we also need to do that for the bus route bringing workers to the rail construction office, which is going to take from the first bus stop, which will have workers all the time. Removing that stop, loading any educated worker. There's not going to be any quite yet, so rail construction might slow down even more than it already has. But we are going to remedy that momentarily by picking up any educated worker and dropping them off at this bus stop. And assign all 4 vehicles to that. And make them start. Line space. And hopefully that'll work. I might have just assigned one of the vehicles that goes to the rail construction office. No, there's still 4 in here. Okay. I thought I might have accidentally done that. Only workers shall go here. And I also need to make sure that this is a transfer point. Otherwise they are not going to drop any workers here. Okay, now it should work. We will have a good amount of workers on that bus stop. The question is if we will use all of them. And if their time runs out, what they will do is they will walk over to the other bus stop. And if their time runs out, they will walk back to the other bus stop. So what they're doing is they're walking back and forth, basically. And that means their timer doesn't run out. Now the bus stop does have a capacity limit, so eventually it will stop working, but it means that we don't have the issue of all of these personal vehicles going to the customs house and loading very slowly. That's at least the plan. lots and lots of vehicles. So depending on how many vehicles we are moving out of the customs house, they'll be available for pickup. But we only have 4 personal vehicles going into the customs house at all times. Not 12 plus 4 plus another 4 plus 2 from the road constructions office, not 22. At random intervals. So we're consolidating the amount of personal vehicles. It's going to be only 4, but it's going to be all the time. So it's not gonna stop the rail construction project again for not having enough having enough people in there. For the fact that we can't get into the customs house. We should always be able to get in here now. I should also lay down some asphalt on these roads. The office, get these road construction tasks started, please. Thank you. Also need a road going that way. This dirt road is not needed anymore. Neither is that one. What infrastructure's in the way? Really? That wire is in the way of me placing a road. Because it sticks out the ground there. Ah, game. Why you do this? Fine. If you say so. So we'll do that. That road isn't really necessary, but I also wanted to get rid of these road connections, and road clearing services should not really go in this area. I can also make that happen. So we'll stop winter clearing services from entering here. And entering that area. And that area is fine, I guess, but yeah, this is not really necessary to clear these roads. I mean, it would be nice for construction purposes, but even without, it's fine. Let's check out why the train is waiting that long. Oh, we are trying to finish this. We have a train next to the customs house that is now moving back. So it looks like they are building in the same rail block, therefore blocking each other. And they're building very slowly, meaning that it takes a while. Looks like we're taking as many workers as we are bringing here, so could have a few more buses, I guess, picking up workers from the customs house. Should I get a few more Trabants? Let's get 2 more. We need those ones. Going here too? No. You? No. One more should be on its way, but it might have already drove past me. Yeah, increase the amount of workers going to the bus stop a little bit more. 50%. Because we can't provide enough workers right now for our construction demands, so a lot of the personal vehicles are driving around empty. I really should have just eliminated the restriction of buses for construction tasks, but it is another challenge, I guess. It's a little bit silly, but we'll work around it. Yeah, not all vehicles to the rail construction office do get workers. Okay, just some more mechanical components and we can start constructing some of the pump jacks. I guess now the covered hull trucks are going to get busy. Presumably they already are. Slowly bringing all of the resources necessary for the pump jack construction, allowing us to finally extract some of that crude oil into our storage tanks. We need more cranes. I'm going to get rid of all of your vehicles and replace them with more road cranes. And allow you to auto search and basically go however far you want, which should allow you to reach construction sites down here. No? Okay, then we'll hook you up to the assignment tool and assign you manually to these tasks, because we are delivering workers to these construction sites that do not have any road or tower cranes, so every bit of labor is kind of wasted. We need 10 times the amount of workers if we don't have road cranes. Yeah, I guess the small construction offices do not get anyone anymore, so we'll also sell all of these. So anything over here is basically kinda obsolete. The sound of a two-stroke engine running around. History. History in the making. Some people are gonna tune those and race them. Not us. We're going to wait for the introduction of Western-style vehicles and buy some NSU TTS cars to make that happen. There's a road crane, very good. Bring all of the road cranes everywhere, and that will help speed construction tasks along. Maybe I should assign the more road cranes to this as well. Yeah, that construction office is obsolete. If we want road cranes there, we can also move that construction office up to the other area. But before we do that, I think we will wait until we reach the road construction office over here. And we shift over some of the machinery into that one. Might now have finally reached the customs house. Nope. No, not yet. We're still very far away from it. It's trying to build it, but the other train is currently busy, so... Not quite. Almost, but not quite. Do we have workers? No. Do you have a... Yes, you do. I'm probably going to look up the mod to speed this up. This is not normal. I should just switch to buses for this short bus route and everything would be fine. Or we should have a personal vehicle that can carry more than 4. I guess the other way to speed things up is reducing the load by removing the personal vehicles in this one. Since most of the road construction is being done by machinery, most roads are long enough. We'll sell these. They are bringing workers to every construction site, not just those that are too short, so it makes sense to not use that, I think. So we'll sell that one as soon as it delivers its people to the work site, leaving more workers for other construction projects. Wait, did you just drive them? Okay. It's not a road construction project. Neither is it a... I guess I probably box selected. Yeah, I have them on the assignment tool, so they were assigned to all construction tasks, so they just delivered them to another construction site. But yeah, just keep doing your road construction projects, nothing else. No pump jacks, no piping, no substation. Just do road construction, basically. We have enough road construction projects as is. And I will unassign you from the assignment tool for the time being. We have reached the customs house with our train line. The last, I don't want to guess, but I would have assumed it would have been half a meter, has been built. Meaning that we should be able to buy an EDK. And we're going to buy the fast one. I'll leave the other rail construction vehicles as they are right now. And hopefully that'll be an improvement to our rail construction projects. I'm actually going to call all of you home, so the EDK can drive out of there. Yeah. Now we have an EDK. We'll see if it pays off. I think it will. We will run full on oil before we reach here, I think, but we haven't even started pumping any oil yet. But we're getting there. very, very slowly. Loading platform is almost done. Now with the EDK it's going to be interesting because we did plan our resource storage around the rail construction office for an EDK. Last time we had 4 EDKs in the rail construction office with no external storage, and it was kind of sluggish because I think every train had to wait for deliveries, resource deliveries, before they could actually start building. And that might not be the case anymore. I don't know where the EDK is going, if it actually has a task. Seems like it doesn't, otherwise it could have already started building one of these. I guess we are lacking workers. Yes, train is waiting too long, we don't have any workers. No worker arriving here, everyone's driving home. Maybe those vehicles should still pick up workers from the train line? From the customs house for the train line? It's amazing how slow that is. 5 loading gates, and only 3 of them are used. 2 or 3 of them are used because they take so long to get out of there. Rather than 5 vehicles driving in and loading and then slowly moving out. I'm so... Can I cheese this? I said no buses. Is there any vehicle that is not a bus but technically has larger capacity? Those all count as buses. And the other thing is personal vehicles. So the only way to really cheese this would be to have a passenger train and run like to a train station and then pick them up from there. I don't think there's any other vehicle where we could transport people with. I could fly them in via helicopter, I guess. Have a construction office for workers that is just... Oh my god, am I going to do that? Just one helicopter construction office with 10 helipads around it, so we have 12 helicopters and all of them just pick up workers from across the border and we just fly them to all construction sites. I think before that I would probably use the train method, but we kind of need them for the trains. Now the EDK is working. Very slowly. It's fine, I guess. As long as it doesn't have to drive back and forth when it has reached like here and it gets enough workers to not have to drive back, it constructing very slowly is okay. But yeah, we probably have to bring some workers from the town into the rail construction office ASAP. I don't think they will drive there by themselves. Will they? Town center. That's 3 kilometers. I don't know. I guess we need to get a parking lot up and see what the actual maximum distance is we can achieve. Or we just need to set a rail line from here to here, but we need a rail construction for that. Alternatively, I move another road construction project to get a road through here and pick up people from this customs house. because that one, super quick. Only 2 loading bays, but this distance is really short, so vehicles move in and out really quickly. I will do that. Screw it. We will get a road. Going that way. So we will only pick up workers for the rail construction office from here, and the personal vehicle route bringing workers to the bus stops will go here? Or do we move the resources to here? Probably the resources, actually. Because the personal vehicles being spaced out a little bit from the long travel distance across the customs house is fine. But yeah, the resources should probably move over. And if we upgrade everything to tarmac road, it would also not be a problem to not have any snowplows in this area, I don't think. Not sure why I can't merge those, but okay. That's fine. We have a bypass road. And we have a new... We don't have a new customs house because I also decided to upgrade the gravel road. So we actually need to upgrade this gravel road before I can access it. Because it only has one road entrance. Yes, train is waiting too long. We don't have enough workers, I know. Probably have way too many construction vehicles. At least they're moving around until they pick someone up. But until then, no rail construction is getting done. There's so many workers waiting to be useful. Once we get all of the resource vehicles out of here, I think we'll be fine. Oh, we have a storage tank. It's going to store just oil right now. The other one will be set up for bitumen, I guess. No, don't want me to store this. So the lower one will be bitumen, so we will have the asphalt production somewhere in this area. And for that we just need some additional gravel. If I remember correctly. Gravel and bitumen makes asphalt. Lots and lots of gravel. But we only produce as much as we consume, so for a short moment it will need a lot of gravel and then it will just idle again. But we can deliver gravel to it via train if we want to. We'll have a lot of space down here. Could have a train line deliver gravel to the oil refinery. For both concrete and asphalt production. Would both be okay. Still no pump jack has been built yet. They are close. I mean, everything is set up, everything has all the resources it needs. We just need to bring the workers there at some point. At least the road construction is now progressing really nicely. Gravel is getting used up, but that is also because we are not delivering as much as we can down here. because the customs house is very slow. And yes, I think I will move the resource pickups to that one and leave that one for personal pickups, passenger pickups. Or I will just look for the workshop mod. I don't know yet. I would like to not use the mod, but it feels like I might have to. At least we are running the road construction. So the rail construction is waiting for workers. The workers are not being delivered because we're using too many of the loading bays for other resources. And those are slow because we want to go to a different customs house, but for that we need road construction, which needs resources and workers. We're using too many construction. We're doing too many construction tasks at the same time. We should really cancel everything, focus on these road construction projects. Speaking of which, let me cancel the bypass road. Don't tell me that. I think it's because it's like a pre-placed road. Doesn't like that. Is that connected to the town? No, it's too far away. I'm going to rebuild that road from the ground. Oh no, it's probably because it already has gravel on it. I guess we'll leave the bypass road then, it's fine. And that one we can merge. We built that one ourselves. I'm really thinking of building a train platform here and moving people from here to the train platform and then picking them up from that one. I could just buy a bus. A bus would just solve it. Like a bus bringing 50 workers here per load. Screw it, I'm gonna buy a bus. I made that rule myself, I can break it. One bus. I said no buses allowed. It's multiple, so no multiple buses allowed. One bus is fine. That's the rule. I'm gonna buy the largest one. I found a loophole, guys. No buses allowed. One bus is fine. Sorry. And directly go to that route. And directly eliminate all of these silly trabants. This is going to make things so much faster. And I'm so glad that I just thought of that loophole. That way I can like make it okay for myself. One bus is fine, just no buses. Oh my god, so much better. Now everyone will have workers. If they arrive here in the time where the workers actually are on that side. It's like a slot machine now. Okay, I have one bus. And you know that once the Mars 305 bus becomes available, we will replace it with a Mars 305 bus, because I can have one bus. Finally some rail construction speed. We have 4 people. Now we have way too many people here and not enough. Not enough picking them up. But that's fine. I don't think that will be wasted. And it's also going to be for the best to actually be able to build some things. We're still going to bring them with personal vehicles to the construction sites. We are just bypassing the super slow customs house. And that way I don't have to download any workshop mods. Like, no traffic jam anymore. We only have resource vehicles here now. We have a lot of deaths in here because a lot of people get run over. But otherwise it's fine. The amount of workers is still 10,970, but we're down to 14,033 citizens. So almost 200 less than we last checked. And now we have so many that there's always people on the bus stop. That's how it should be. It is a little bit cheesy, but that's okay. Looks like we have an asphalt road. Let's get rid of that dirt road, remove that snapping point, and upgrade that one. That means we don't need the bypass road anymore. Oh, there's another one here. Get rid of that. And once we have this road upgraded to here, we can upgrade the other side and start putting down some one-way roads, which will be nice. So, that's going to be it for now. I'm going to take a longer break. Don't know if I will be back a little bit later. Might be doing something else. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream so far. There are some interesting challenges happening right now. And I hope maybe during next session we can see if we can get the personal vehicle set up for our commercial district, if it works the way I think it does. And if it doesn't, then everyone in Rovoduma is probably going to leave our nation. But we do have to figure that one out, and well, we are trying things, and that's what matters. So thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a good rest of your Wednesday evening for now. Take care, and maybe I'll see you next time.